guys should know. It's talking shit, getting cleats. What is going on? I'm hitting buttons already. Tonight's show. F it. Let's go straight to the show. All right. I sent the links out. All right. Tonight's show, we're going to talk about Mark Gastineau and Brett Favre, Michael Strahan, and some effery. Ooh, that's how we're going to start out. Hit the horns for that. And then, we're going to discuss Luigi a little bit more. It's entertaining to me. I'm not going to lie, but in this whole little shindig we call the we episodes with Mo 3 times, aka we live, because we live. Clap for that, yeah. Go ahead, by all means. I'll take it. What was I saying? Already. All right. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do a little of this. We're gonna do the. I might as well just come on. Yeah. Yo, we're halfway there. It's Wednesday, December 11th. I'm Mo 3 times. As you know, the show is we live, because we live. And we got a call-in line. And you might want to call in our call-in line. More applause. I'll take it. Keep it going. Hit the horns. 313-825-5557. Lock that number in, because you might want to talk about Mark Gastineau calling out I didn't even mean to put that on there, honestly. I didn't even mean to put the curse word on there. I meant to blot it out. That's what you usually do. And then look at that. It's, oh man, it's
your Comedy Minute Quickie.
Yeah, it's
your Comedy Minute Quickie.
Scotty T. No, it's not. That's Mark Gastineau in the flesh right there, guys. All right, and I'm Mo 3 times. Welcome to the show. Yo, before I start, let me tell you something. For a lot of you guys, congratulations out there. Fantasy football playoffs and everything. I tried to talk a little bit about it, but it wasn't going in my favor, so there wasn't too many conversations. Yo, last week I left like a damn 100 points on the bench and still squeaked out a 1-point win, but it was all for naught because I lost. I effing lost fantasy football. I'm eliminated from playoff contention. I'm not even going to tell you what my record is, but I wrote a letter to my fellow owners, and I wrote a special one. It goes out also to the commissioner. Let me start it off with this. To Commissioner Samo and the so-called owners of the BWL League. Now, it is with great reluctance that I pen this letter, knowing full damn well that reason and logic are often wasted on this league of charlatans. However, as the true champion of the BWL and proud leader of For the Birds, hold on, where is it? No one likes us, we don't care. I cannot sit silently while this league descends into utter chaos under the inept leadership of our so-called commissioner. No one likes us, we don't care. Samo, specifically speaking to you, your stewardship of this league has been nothing short of a catastrophe. The playoff structure, disgrace. No one likes us, we don't care. The waiver wire system, come on, bro. It's an affront to competitive integrity. The trade vetoes, no one likes us, we don't care. It's a study in, what's that course called? What's it called? Absurdity, that's it. And let me tell you what, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's as if you're actively working to undermine the spirit of fair competition. Or perhaps it's simply incompetence masquerading as governance. I guess I'll let history decide. Now, to my fellow owners out there, though owners is a generous term for most of you, it has been painful watching. It's been painful watching you stumble through the season. Setting your lineups was like apparently an afterthought. And your trade offers, laughable. Yo, I once received a trade proposal so goddamn excuse my language. No one likes us, we don't care. I once received a trade proposal so damn egregious that I was thinking about reporting it as a hate crime. No one likes us, we don't care. Now, For the Birds did face adversity, not only on the field, but also being forced to share a league with such rank-ass amateurs. Now, let us address the real issue at hand. The fraudulent elimination of For the Birds from playoff contention. Because I built a team that was a masterpiece of strategy and skill, yet my season was undone by a cruel cocktail of injuries, random underperformance, and sheer bad luck, okay? Now, this league under Samo's leadership does not reward talent. You know what it rewards? You know what it rewards? The fantasy equivalent of a participation trophy. No one likes us. The little one, the little trophy. So enjoy your playoffs, everyone, and the rest of you pretenders. But know this, your so-called success is hollow. It's a mere blip in the annals of BWL history. For the Birds will rise again, stronger and hungrier than ever, to reclaim what's rightfully ours. Until then, I hope all your waiver picks flop, and I hope your stars underperform and your playoff dreams crumble, and yours and, I don't know, yours and righteous indignation. For the Birds. That's me. Now we can really start the show. I had to do that. It wasn't a bet. It wasn't anything like that. Kato was good. Love. Where I meant. I guess I can get right into it. Boom. That's Brett Favre. Let's F11 that. Can we F11 it? There we go. That looks a little bit better. All right, so recently, former NFL players, Mark Gastineau and Brett Favre have been involved in what we would call a public dispute. And the dispute is regarding a significant moment in NFL history. In 2001, Michael Strahan, you guys know Michael Strahan. Oh my God, what is this? Oh, that's me. That's me live on my phone. Please, guys, if you're on your mobile, you understand. I can't believe that's what I sound. Is that what I sound like? Is that what I sound like on here? Bro, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Is this the voice you guys continue to listen to each week? That must be love. I appreciate you guys for showing up for me, because damn it. All right, I'm not going to downplay myself. We're not going to. Anyway, okay, so check this out. Basically, Michael Strahan set the single season sack record at 22 and a half sacks, surpassing Gastineau's previous record of 22 sacks that was set back in 1984, right before I started watching the game myself. I don't want to age myself out there. I don't. Where's my... There we go. That looks better. All right, anyway. I sound like Jaden. Is he having problems in his league? I had to shout out my, there. It's just crazy. Anyway, Gastineau, let me go here. right? So he set the season sack record with 22 sacks. He did that back in 1984. The music was different back then, there, guys. Little Captain and Tennille. Anyway, the controversy centers on the final sack, where Favre, who was then the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, appeared to slide, allowing Strahan an uncontested sack. Now, I remember watching that game in my old gray beard age, and I remember saying, oh, you know, they're going to they gave him the sack record. I do remember saying that, like, oh, that was a gimme. I can't believe that Brett Favre would slide. You know, Brett Favre, one of the ultimate competitors, would do that. But, I mean, I wasn't surprised. I was like, oh, it happened. And then years later, I was just like, it is what it is. However, Gastineau has not let it go. He ain't let it go. Now, this picture I'm showing you is a part of a piece in a trailer for ESPN's upcoming 30 for 30 documentary, and it's called the New York Sack Exchange, which was the nickname for the Jets defense back when Gastineau was, heading it up. Now, you know what? I think I got some video here for you guys. I can show you better than I can. Let's check this out.
Finally met. Now you tell
we
me.
met a long time ago. At least I saw you.
Right.
How you doing?
When you fell down for him. I'm gonna get my sack back. I'm gonna get my sack back, dude.
You probably would hurt me.
Well, I don't care. You hurt me. You hurt me. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You really hurt me. You hurt me, Brett.
We got to get back to this, Brett. I'm sorry.
For him to do that to Brett Favre, that was my life.
Wow. Insane. Yo. So, yeah, basically that's the stuff that they were showing. They were showing that footage, and I can't wait to watch that 30 for 30, because I am a fan of those. If you like 30 for 30, throw some love out there in the chat. I'm here with you. I'm here with you guys. I've been working on the show, and I've been working on a lot of things this week. Keeping my mind busy, but also getting a lot of good things done. And one of the things I did was I was able to meet with somebody who would want to act as an advisor to the show. And I always claim that this show is interactive, but I always be leaving the people out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's why I gotta bring the chat up. Here's the chat. Here, you guys. Now I see it's Jabin, and then I know there's more because you wrote that. So something's going on when with the chat. It's a little delayed. We all know this. And hold on, let me put that on the list to figure it out for show improvement, guys. We're trying to take this to the next effing level. Show improvement. We're going to try to improve the chat response time. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna put that on the list so we can get better and better, along with this camera. With the cam and the lighting. We got to get better, guys. We're trying to do things here. Anyway, you see this. You see that he's hurt. You see that they're meeting up at what looks like to be like some little trade convention that the players go through when signing cards and stuff when they retire as a little extra source of income. But man, damn it. Listen to this. What do you think? Hold on, let me show you this picture. But tell me, what do you guys think about this picture right here? Knowing what we know now, knowing that, of course, Mark Gastineau was in attendance when Michael Strahan broke that record. And he's giving him a hug, and it looks pretty cool. And at the moment, when you're looking at it from the stands, you're like, oh, he's congratulating him, saying, oh, you're a good player or whatever. But when you're looking at the body language now, look at his eyepiece right here. It is intent. Look at the little, come on, man. It's not no big deal. But honestly, if Brett Favre gave up that sack, Michael Strahan did not earn it. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. What do you guys think in the chat? What are you guys thinking about that? But what do you think he is saying to Michael Strahan in his ear? Do you think he's like, yo, listen, that was some bullshit. I'm trying to get in the Hall of Fame. and you're messing with my stats because, leading the league in stats should be an automatic fit for Hall of Fame. And honestly, it's 1980. From 1984 to 2001, the NFL couldn't find the wherewithal to get Mark Gastineau into the Hall of Fame. Because really, what this plays out, it really does look like. Hold on, let me go back to the show to show you guys the show title. This is crazy. Nothing works here. Oh, there it is. All right. Switch to this one. First of all, look at the hand placement of Michael Strahan. Like, I got this picture, like, I know it looks cut out and everything like that, because I did. I took the background out of it and everything like that, just sort of to make it pop. But what I'm trying to tell you right now is look at the hand placement with Michael Strahan. Look at the smile on his face, and look at Brett Favre like, whoa, dude. They say Brett Favre was a prankster back in the locker room and everything. I'm pretty sure he played a little slap ass, a little nut checking people. I don't play those games. Don't nut check me, bro. But look at the hand placement. Look at the playery and everything like that. Mark Gastineau in this documentary has just reminded me again about the effery that goes on behind the shield. And that brings me to create a poll here in the chat, guys. Do you guys think Brett Favre is, hold on, let me update it, is a Hall of Fame scumbag? Let me know in the chat, people. Let me know in the chat. Vote in the chat, people. Can I vote? I can't even vote. Damn it. I can't vote. But vote in the chat. Is Brett Favre a Hall of Fame scumbag? And I'll go on. I shall proceed with maybe just a little reminder, just a smidge of a reminder of Brett Favre's antics, maybe. You know what I mean? I could tell you, but I like to show you guys, and that's what I'm searching for my page here. Brett Favre. Oh man, my bad. I didn't see that. I think I might have a call. I got a call. Talking shit, getting clicks. Your dime, my time. What's good? Who am I talking to?
Hey, Mo 3 times.
Oh, it's Mainline. Hold on, Mainline. Give me a second. Let's celebrate you. What's going on, sir?
Oh, I ain't got into it, man. I was just wanted to chime in on the story and add to the intro that you were doing to it. First of all, Mark, you got to remember the time when Mark Gastineau was playing and when the Jets were considered to be the stock exchange.
Mm-hmm.
He was always Mark Gastineau was always associated with steroids and cocaine.
So like a Lyle Alzado type of guy?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. And that's part of the reason, that's part of the reason why he never got the nod or got the recognition. I'm just putting it out there. I do remember that time. At that time, I did watch football.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Great information.
The other part, but the other part to that is it was known even at that time that the league, did the WWF when it came to certain players and certain statistics. And so the league wanted Michael Strahan to break that record, and him and Brett Favre, they had to, when the orders come from the main office, then don't misunderstand me. Those guys' skill level is unquestionable. It's unquestionable. But when the commissioners say this is how it's going to go down, that's how it got to go down. and to jump from football to basketball. When I used to watch basketball years ago, they had it was a guy named David Robertson who was played for the San Antonio Spurs.
I remember
And,
David
He
Robinson.
was in a scoring. Yeah, he was in the score. He was in a scoring battle with another player for the scoring title. But the league said they wanted David Robinson to win the scoring title, and I think he scored something ridiculous like 70 points or 67 points.
Oh,
but
wow.
He did win the scoring title. But my point is that and it's like with the entertainment, like whenever you do a show like you were doing Monday, I didn't catch it live, but I caught it. Afterward. I listened to it after.
Nice.
We have to keep things in perspective. This is sports and entertainment is exactly what it is. Unfortunately, we want to believe that it's real, and again, the skill level is unquestionable, but the outcome, it's like watching wrestling. I'm not going to use the term that you use, but
I would agree. Yeah,
predetermined,
it's like WWF.
Yeah.
Do you think that they ever
Yeah.
just let a game go, or say, hey, we're going to determine a game up to this quarter or something like that? And I would think that one of the reasons is because, like you said, it's entertainment. They got these big TV contracts. They need the teams that people are interested in, playing against each other. So I can understand that from a business standpoint. Plus, like years ago, we were doing the research, and even on a ticket, it says, this is admit you to one entertainment event. It's not really a sporting event.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you put in the gambling, and now that you can gamble play by play, quarter by quarter, do you think, they should say, all right, after the third quarter, whatever the bets are, we'll just let that ride? Or do you think they're full control on it from from preseason to the Super Bowl? I mean, to hell, the Pro Bowl game. Do you think it's like that type of control, or do you ever think that?
No, absolutely. And you mentioned the third part that I want to mention, that I wanted to mention, was the gambling part. The gambling industry is so large in there that determines. I mean, you look at today. Las Vegas was always deemed as the hellhole where you gamble and make bad bets and lose some money.
Right.
But now the gambling has become part of Las Vegas, and the reason why professional sports or any kind of sport, same thing that you can bet on, golf, it doesn't matter. The reason why it's like that now because it's all been legalized and online and et cetera, simply because that the gangsters couldn't hide the money. They ran out of places to launder money. Okay?
There's only so many mattress stores, huh?
So when you run out, what do you do when you run out of places to launder the money and the illegal, what they were calling illegal gambling? What you do? You turn it into a corporation.
Yeah.
Okay. So when it becomes a corporation, now we got a whole different playing field. Now now you make it family friendly. You make it that you can bring your kids there.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that all of these different podcasts that I hear, just like the shows that you do, that have these ex-sports people, ex-entertainers, or whatever they did previously to get their podcast. The majority of them are sponsored by betting.
That is true. DraftKings. And they sit in there and kind of tongue-in-cheek tell us that, hey, they took part or they witnessed, some, shady stuff going on within games. I mean, people are exposing all the time. Like, I saw a reel of, they were like, oh, this guy was like, he was 1 yard away, and this guy actually went back 1 yard and then took himself out the game. Like, that was like earlier this week.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
Again,
also,
but I mean, and no, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not, I'm just saying that if I still watch sports, then I would watch it with that understanding that I know I see I see what's going on, and the reason why I stopped watching sports was it got to the point where I was a sports fanatic, and I couldn't. And when I would see things, I couldn't deny. I couldn't fool myself anymore.
Oh
So when
yeah.
I can't fool myself, then I don't have any interest,
Yeah.
And I share this last one, and I'll let you go. The Houston Oilers was playing I believe it was the New England Patriots at one time, and it was for the playoff game.
Okay.
And the Houston Oilers, I think the first half they was up something like 34-0 or 34-3 or something. And the Oilers could do no wrong. They come out the second half, they couldn't even get a first down. Right?
Yeah.
The Patriots come back and take the lead and end up winning the game, right?
Right.
And this was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. They lost the game, but the Houston Oilers ended up losing the game to the Patriots. But this was the thing that broke my back. They covered the point spread.
The comeback or the choke was the National Football League game held on January 3rd, 1993, and set the then record for largest comeback in NFL history. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, but it wasn't so much. It wasn't so much the comeback. Okay, I could even took the greatest comeback. But it covered the point spread.
And covered the point spread.
I said, okay, I'm done.
Everybody wins.
You understand? So anyway, but I didn't mean to be drop anything negative or bad.
Nope, not at all.
I just wanted to put that out there.
Yep.
Because it was part of the conversation. I mean, and you got guys right now. And it's like with baseball, and I'm when Jose Canseco, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire, when baseball was
I remember
and everybody using steroids.
Yep, this whole steroid era.
They were knocking the ball out in the parking lot.
And you know what?
It was great.
It was great for baseball because they had just gone through a strike, right? Baseball was trying to recover from a strike, and they needed something to bring the fans in. And I remember sitting in class knowing, oh my God, come on, we know this is rigged. They're trying to break Maris's record, and who else?
Right. Yeah, it was right. Yeah, Roger Maris. But this is when it became a problem. For those who were doing it was okay. But now Barry Bonds decided that. Say, I'm gonna give me some of that stuff.
Right.
You understand? And when Barry Bonds started using the stuff and knocking the ball out of the park, he was not only knocking it out of the park, he was knocking it in Oakland Bay.
Yeah, he was. They were out in their boats collecting them.
They would have people with boats out there hit the ball. Now, with that being said, again, with their skill levels, if you have a skill level and you are using things that's going to enhance your ability to hit the ball or run the ball, then it can be considered as an enhancing drug. But if you don't have those skills and you take a steroid, you get a sorry mug or steroid.
Oh yeah. You gotta have the skills.
So you have to have the skills. You have to have the skill to do that. So I mean, it's prevalent in all sports. So to get to your point, the excellent point that you made is that yes, it can be determined at any point at any time during the season. And when they have their meetings, have their meetings and say, look, okay, this team, you're going to be able to do this, and then we're going to change it, then you're going to do it. So
right. Mainline, you know what my big conspiracy theory is? Well, I don't think it's conspiracy. I think they do this. Like when the owners, they go off or whatever, and they're in their luxury box, or they call each other on the phone from luxury box, and they're like, listen, blah, 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 I'll bet $2 million on this. You take your running back out the game, I bet you we'll skunk you. Like stuff like that. Do you think they're doing some gladiator type stuff like that?
if there's money involved, anything is possible.
They're betting.
I'll
Those
put it
people,
like that.
they're addicted to
If
gambling.
there's money involved,
Now everybody gets
anything
it.
is possible.
Yo, I got another question
Yeah.
too. This is an early picture of Mark
I'm sorry.
Gastineau. This is an early picture of Mark Gastineau. You got to see Mark Gastineau play, right?
I can't see it. I'm on.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I can't see. I'm on the phone, so I can't see.
Understood.
But
All
go
right.
ahead. I'm listening.
All right, so my question is, how good was Mark Gastineau? Is he Hall of Fame quality? Was he a Hall of Fame quality player?
Yes, sir. Yes, just on straight playing, without a doubt. Without a doubt. But again, you know, the thing is with him is it's kind of like with him and what's the guy, the pitcher name, Roger Clemens.
Oh,
you know,
a lot of those
like
guys.
the Roger Clemens thing. You know, Roger Clemens, he's a stud. But you know, Pete Rose, you know, we could go on and on. But the fact is that they're trying, and even Barry Bonds, he's not even in the Hall of Fame.
I mean,
you know, and he broke everybody. He broke everybody's records.
To be fair,
because of his association.
This picture that I'm showing, I know you can't see it, but the picture that I'm showing, as I'm looking at it, it looks like a younger Mark Gastineau was on something in this picture. So maybe not steroids, but he was doing something to get a competitive edge in the game.
Oh. Yeah, no, not. I mean, it's a fact, man. It's a fact. It's a fact, and before the '80s and in the '70s, it was a select group that was exposed to using steroids to enhance them, and most of them were Caucasian. But once it got to the point where it became competitive, and then all the other ethnic groups of players started using, you know, that's when the monsters came.
They were like, listen, we were trying to use this as an advantage over you guys. You guys can't, because now you are already super, and now you're going to be extra super.
There you go.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, and that's a fact, man. Yeah. But I mean, you know, that's just my reasoning, and I'm not, and with the things that Mark Gastineau is saying, the bitterness that he has in his talk, that's because he knows that he should be there. Okay, he knows that, and everybody else knows that, but he can't understand why he's not there, and he's not there because y'all don't want me there. You see, and so he's having problems. His thing is personal. He's having problems accepting the rejection.
He said, you hurt me, Brett. And Brett is like, buddy, they weren't going to put you in the Hall of Fame anyway, because it was just that. Because honestly, that was my question.
Right.
Like, listen, you did all that. You had the record. Before you retired in what, at 84? Probably after 84. Like around 84, you had 17 years to get into the Hall of Fame. So, like, that was my question. Like, why isn't he in the Hall of Fame even before that happened? And then I will also have to say that it was a New York Giant getting the sack record in 2001, and there was a big event that happened in 2001 in New York. You know what I mean? I think it's all part of the advertising.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But like I said, man, again, you can't, you know, and I understand the attraction, because anything that attracts your attention, that means there's money being made by off it or through it. You know, anything that holds your attention, they're going to put it out there for you, and it's just that simple. So we're all going to be attracted to it. But the thing that we have to, and this is where they get it is that we always want the proof. You know, we don't want to have to speculate. We don't want to hear somebody prognosticate or tell us with a suit tie on about what should be. You know, but that's all part of the entertainment part. You know, we want truth. We want empirical evidence. You know, we're undisputed evidence, and that's never going to come, because if you get the truth and you get undisputed evidence in fact, then there ain't nothing to talk about.
Seriously? No. No, what happens is you still watch the games because it's still entertaining. You just treat it as WWE. And I mean, I watch WWE. Like I can appreciate the art of coming off those turnbuckles or trying to land right on your back, and you're still, getting slammed down on your back and everything. Like I can still appreciate that dudes are still out there twisting MCLs up and still they're out there being competitive. But we do know in a clutch, what the league wants, the league gets. And
Is the NFL thick?
And the thing is, you were saying that look, we have video evidence of just outright proof.
There's an issue.
Let's see. I'm gonna throw it up here. I don't know what they're gonna do because.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. The thing is that they don't. Mr. Big. I call him Mr. Big, the one who acts like the Wizard of Oz behind that curtain. You know how the wizard be behind the curtain. Everybody's afraid of his voice. They hear the big voice. And then when the little dog go behind and pull that curtain, he a little midget. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Mr. Big, his job is simply this. He don't want everybody to believe in what he's putting out, because there's always going to be a percentage of people that's not going to believe it. But when he flips the script, and because he knows your secrets, and then he exposed some of the things about whatever people or whatever area he's talking about, when he exposed it, then that brings all the people who have a negative part, that brings them out. So you got, in other words, it's a song called Dirty Laundry. And the reporter says you kick them when you're up and you kick them when they're down. So he's going to make money while it's popular.
Both ways.
When you get the recall, and he bringing you down to your knees, he's going to make money off that.
Hey, Mainline, hold on for 1 second real quick. I got to do something. Hold on for 1 second. I got to drop a bomb for you. Because you just been dropping jewels for us. Let me just pause you out. Okay. All right. That's for you, because you're dropping bombs right now. Go for it.
Well, I like I said, no, I'm not trying. I didn't. This is not something that I'm just trying to share in the conversation. And that's all I was trying to do. I was just trying to put my 2 cents in, and then hopefully whenever I do it, when I say things like that, it's open conversation, and then maybe somebody else can take it somewhere else. But I just think that from the outside looking in, that's just the way I see it. So I'm just sharing my opinions on that, because it is the we episode. Right?
It is. There's no we without you.
Okay.
You. Oh, you out?
There we go. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
Thank you for calling all the time. Thanks.
All right. Oh, okay.
Mainline. Y'all heard him drop jewels. I know y'all gonna have to rewind this back to pick up those little nuggets of information that he was dropping out there like that. But honestly, that's what it is. And what I was gonna also say is that honestly, like I've seen all of the videos of Kansas City and people running away from Patrick Mahomes, and I've seen all the rigged NFL footage and everything like that. And when you look at it, you cannot explain it. You can't explain some of these calls, these missed calls. And we all know, anybody who watches football should have a good idea that there's people watching the game that aren't on the field that can call down and make calls. And it actually happens in the game so much that they talk about it and nobody thinks anything of it. So when they miss calls, it's kind of like, well, damn, how can you miss this face mask? Because you see every angle of the field, and this is specifically football, but I'm going to go with every sport. Every professional sport is having this issue, and it's coming out. And what happens is, still on a Sunday, I want to see my Eagles play, and it's like, I know what this is. And even last week, I was like, this is one of the games that the league, the story, tends to have us lose, because it's good. It's like, we're supposed to run over the Carolina Panthers. We're supposed to do them dirty, and we're supposed to have a game where we blow them out and drop like 50, 60 points on them. It's possible with our offense on paper. And we're supposed to do that, and then they have like a pooter, and there we are. So that's crazy. Mainline, are you still on the line?
I don't think
yes,
so.
he is. He said,
Can you hear me? I mean,
yeah, I can hear you.
I signed out.
No, you didn't. No, it's good. You can stay on here. But I was just saying, like, sometimes I do. I get caught up and I get all excited, and then I have to remember and calm myself down. Like, yeah, this is rigged. This is fake. This is fake. But it's a good, enjoyable fakeness. It's all real.
But
That ain't Beyonce's voice. She got backing tracks. Nothing's real.
Well, but am I still on the multi-time?
You are.
Am I still on?
Yes, sir.
Oh no, I was gonna say, but the thing that you just said, the last thing you said, what it's all about. You get joy and entertainment and pleasure out of watching it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And so don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on anybody for how they choose to entertain themselves, and that's the bottom line. And that's why why Mr. Big. That's why he don't care what you do, he don't care about your preferences or your vices. He don't care about none of that.
Nope.
As long as he know that it's going to be a time where he's going to reel in and it's going to be profitable to him.
Yeah.
And so that's in the bottom line. About the world that we live in. The only objective is to separate you from your dollar. That's the whole objective in this world we live in. And so if as long as they continue to be able to do that and push, as they like to say, change the laws and push where they can push the envelope, then it's beneficial. It's beneficial to everybody involved. And that's where it's at, man. But I'm sorry, I thought I had left you, but I just wanted that,
No, I'm glad you're still here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just let that, man. I'm gonna let our listening audience participate.
All
But,
right.
I didn't want to take up the time, but again, I thank you. I'm just so I'm gonna try to get off this time. I guess my skills ain't that good, man.
I got you.
I'm limited with the skills, so I thought I'm gonna try again. But again, man, I love you, brother, and I always enjoy your program, man. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate the
Peace,
appreciation. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, main line. Dropping that knowledge. We doing good. What's the good, everybody? Flashback. Tormenta. Tormenta, did you hear my
You got a F for failure.
Oh my God, that's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. Oh man, I like when those conversations go to wherever they go, because we get to learn a lot more. And boom, now you heard it. Mark Gastineau has a effing claim for the NFL Hall of Fame. And we got to hear from somebody that saw and witnessed this play with his own eyes. And I think it makes this whole entire subject and this topic that much sweeter, because, like, damn, when he approached Brett Favre and said, like, yo, Brett, you hurt me. Yo, honestly, hold on for a second. Yo, I think I should go. Let me go back to the video real quick. I'll replay it. What am I doing here? You heard me, Brett. Like, let's check it out again.
Time ago, at least I saw you.
Right.
How you doing?
When you fell down for him. I'm gonna
Yep.
right.
How you doing?
Finally met. Now you
I
tell
thought we
him.
met a long time ago. At least I
Yeah.
saw you.
Right.
How you
Now, let me do an anatomy. Brett already knows. Let me tell you what. If Brett knows from the approach, Mark Gastineau has been upset about this since 2001. I believe this meeting took place in 2023 when they were at like a little trade show signing cards and autographs and helmets and stuff like you see in the background there. And I believe that Brett probably knew that Gastineau was on prem and was probably a little apprehensive, because I'm pretty sure, those players is a small group of players. I'm pretty sure that he's heard the chitter chatter of Mark Gastineau saying that he's a ban. He's a ban for allowing himself to get sacked. I'm pretty sure he also has words for Michael Strahan as well. Right? So going into this show, Brett already knows that, hey, there's going to be a little beef here and whatever. So, boom.
Do it. When you felt
He's kind of being like he's being a nice guy. He's keeping that eye contact. He's bowed out because he doesn't know if Gastineau's going to throw a punch. This guy, Gastineau, was in the NFL, one of the toughest in the NFL of his time. I'm pretty sure he still's got a little oomph in him, you know what I mean?
down for him. I'm going to get my sack back.
Everybody knows. Look at all these guys. All these guys. He's on keto. He's on straight barley and whatever. We're not going to body shame. Anyway, he's got his boys here, and boom.
I'm going to get my sack back, dude.
Brett Favre, through his mind, you don't know what's going through your mind. We already understand through the years that these players have been hit with big hits. Brett Favre comes as like one of the last Mohicans from the old school into the new school, and Mark Gastineau was firmly planted in the old school. Yo, I watched because every now and then I throw on old throwback Philadelphia Eagles games, and I watched the body bag game with the Redskins not that long ago. And the stuff that they could get away with. The quarterback could throw the ball, and if you could still take 3 steps and hit him. In this league right now, when the quarterback puts his arm back, you kind of got to slow down for him. You know what I mean? But back in the 80s and to the early 90s, yo, he steps back in that with that pocket, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. You could kill the quarterback. The Eagles took out like 3 quarterbacks. At one point, a wide receiver was taking snaps on their center. I like to throw a little history in there for you. But these guys are from old school, so I'm thinking that Brett, I said all that to come back to this. I think Brett is maybe a little concerned for his physical safety right now, thinking that something may pop off. This man might have something under the lapel that goes click and boom.
You probably would hurt me.
Well, I don't care. You hurt me. You hurt me.
Yep, Brett tried to play it off like, no, I don't want you to get your sack back, bro. You'd probably hurt me. Like giving him like, yo, you were one of the greatest to ever do it. I know, and that tough talk that he gives, that nice boy talk, tough talk though.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You really hurt.
Yep, I hear you. You're really upset about this. I'm realizing that you are really upset. I've heard it from everybody. This is me speculating. I've heard from everybody around the league how pissed off you are, but damn it, we're finally meeting face to face, and I can feel the energy. I can feel the energy with Mark Gastineau through this video right now. If this is fake, I mean, like this interaction, if they're just doing it for like a reality TV style thing, you know what I mean? Then, bro, he's doing a damn good. Everybody's doing a damn good job right now. Everybody's looking like their buttholes are puckered.
Hurt me. You hurt me, Brett.
We got to get back to this, Brett. I'm sorry.
For him to do that
said,
to Brett
"I'll be
Favre,
back."
that was my last.
Yo, that's crazy. Look, Brett's handler did that good. Brett's handler probably should have stuck in. Nah, he handled that good. He got Brett out of there. And the thing is, Brett ain't go that far. Brett went like 6 feet away, like Gastineau couldn't keep going. But hey, the documentary is 30 for 30, the New York Sack Exchange. Check it out. I think this is one of those times where I hit the techno button, but I can't find the techno button. So let's try this. Talking shit, getting clicks. I'm just switching everything around for our next subject. Please, this is a little mom and pop, but it's really just popping, just pop right here, right? Because it's just me up in here. All right, on the show, we talked about Mark Gastineau calling out the BS from Favre and Strahan. Look at the hand placement there yet again, people. Disgusting. Disgusting. We don't play like that. And this is not gonna. I don't know about this. I think that I am I'm just so. For lack of a better word, entertained by this whole spectacle that's going on. I know that there's been a loss of life. We'll talk about that and everything like that. We'll get around to the subject. But we're going to talk about Luigi Mangione as soon as this interlude comes to a halt. Talking shit, getting clicks is the network. We are the We episodes, and it's We Live with Mo 3 times, featuring the JumpOut gang.
Many people know them as the JumpOut boys in their city.
You already know. Pop, drop one for us.
What's up, people? Here we are back in the talking shit, getting clicks.
Yeah, buddy.
Groovy.
Yo, hold on. Should I really? All right. My homeboy that I've known since I was ankle high was on Facebook, and he had a question for everybody. I don't know, guys. Regard me. He's on Facebook. Let's see. Where's the sound?
Yes. What lovely weather we're having here today, guys. Live outside the CVS in Glasgow, you ain't know. Waiting for my grandma to come out the store. I don't know what in the world happened to her. Quick question. I asked my cousins already. Me and my cousin Kev was talking about this shit. Everybody know Smurf and Kev like 2 peas in the pot. But random question. For no reason, too. When there's nobody home, I asked the girl in the store this, too. She said no comment. When y'all home, when people are home by themselves, all by yourself, you got the house to yourself, do you take a shit with the door open or do you still close it? And if you close it, do you lock it?
Oh my God.
Random question. Just the stuff me and my cousin we talk about. He had to go in there and check on my grandma, you know, because I don't.
Oh man. I need to know. Do we need? Should we do another poll? Should we do another poll? I'm trying to get good with these polls, guys. Regarding me. Let's start one. Oh, where is it? Okay. When home alone, do you poop with the door open? Simple yes or no, guys. That's all. That's all I want to know. I'm gonna pin that to the top. Oh, by the way, the I don't know. What is it? Does it say over here? Let me go here. Click like, share, subscribe. The results of the is Brett Favre oh my God. Regard me. Is Brett Favre is a Hall of Fame scumbag? 75% of you said yes. Oh man, 1% said no. I mean, yeah, 1% said no. But I mean, I think if I ever like re-asked the question,
things ever get
or I actually rephrased it. I'm out of control. If I actually rephrased that question or gave you guys a little bit more information, I don't know if I would be able to. I think I might have a chance of bringing it up from 75% to a whole 100% scumbag. But given the information that Mainline gave and reminded us that, yeah, you know, the Shield says what it is Brett Favre really responsible for Mark Gastineau still not having his record still? Is he responsible for, you know, Michael Strahan having the record? And my thing would be yes, but kind of no. And the only reason is because Mainline's not lying. That's a Shield type of decision. Unless the Shield didn't make that decision and it was Brett Favre and Michael Strahan that made that decision, like during the game or something like that. Could it possibly be that? All right, but the results are as they are, 25% in favor of Brett Favre being an MFing scumbag. Brett's a scumbag, according to the JumpOut game. Yep. According to the JumpOut gang.
You get a F for failure.
That's right, Brett. An F for failure. All right, hold on. Storm, I have to ask you because, like, that's one of my favorite. I was watching that show, and when you said that, I was dying. Were you just stuttering and just trying to get it out, or were you trying not to curse? Let me know. Let me know if this was just a.
You get a F for failure.
Was that you? Was that? Was that?
You get a F for failure.
Was that going to be something else, or were you just trying to get it out? Let me know. Talking shit, getting clicks. You can call in 313-825-5557. We have a show. But I will also say about Brett Favre, though, that, I mean, this is one of those things where I would have to double back and say that let's not forget that that Brett's also been a subject of controversy of taking money and you know, money out of people who their hands in their pockets that kind of needed that money, being helped by the state of Mississippi. You know? You guys don't remember? Brett Favre getting into a mess like that? The lady, her name was Anna Wolf. She wrote a series or whatever. We'll discuss that later. I did a show on it like last year, but it's so good. I need to put that out. I need to put it out. So what do you guys think about the other part of the show? This guy right here. You know, I've been kind of obsessed with this case because it's so much going on with it. I go back and forth saying they're not all the same person, but then I'm kind of like, yo, it might be this guy and this guy might be the same person, but is this guy this guy? Are they going to do it? I don't know, but like, it's crazy. By the way, I know you guys hear it, right? Do you hear it? Should be telling you to click subscribe. There should be a bell going off. Please do that. No, I was trying my hardest not to curse. I said that. You should have let it fly. Oh man, I'm by myself. You go a little crazy. Yo, so it's 8:28. It's 8:28. I want to really talk about. But I really want to hear what you guys got to say about this case. That's what I want to hear. You heard me come out on Monday and say what I got to say. As since then, the only thing that has changed is that Maglione, I can't even say that. Luigi made kind of a yelled out a statement to the press as he was going into jail in Altoona. Are we familiar with this case? So I got to give like a little background. I should give a background. I should do it, but I know that you guys know. I know that you know. Ooh. I know that you know. I know that you know. This is crazy. So basically, December 4th, Luigi left his hostel in Midtown, walked a couple blocks, got some Starbucks, and then went over to the Midtown Manhattan Hilton, waited outside, laid in wait, right? And then Brian Thompson came out of the hotel, strolling out. He was there for a conference of insurance guys, probably trying to figure out how to F us over as customers. You all better not chair. You better not chair. I know you better not chair. No one effing us over. Right? Takes out a special pew-pew, shoots the pew-pew, has problems with the pew-pew, fixes the pew-pew, and then pew-pews again. then takes off on an electric bicycle into Central Park, not to be seen until a day or two ago. He was on a lam for damn near a week until he was found eating that hash brown that you see in this picture in Altoona, PA, which is about, I don't know, 100 miles west of Pittsburgh. I'm not sure. I've been through there before, but it's been a while. And then the first pictures we get are on the left. This is him with surveillance cameras, probably outside the hotel. He's wearing a balaclava, aka a shiesty, with a hoodie on, a jacket, and a pretty distinguishable backpack. And then, of course, the media comes out with the pictures of him smiling when they're trying to figure out who it is, when they first get word of who it might be. And you see him smiling, they're giving out those types of pictures, and they're showing him with his mask undone. And this is when we see the guy with the smile down there at the bottom. We see different pictures of him in different states of dress with the mask on. Then we see him with that potato hash brown. Probably if you're going to go to McDonald's, that's probably the only thing that you should probably get from McDonald's. Maybe some water, but no, they use Dasani. They use Dasani water, so the water at McDonald's is terrible. I know I'm going to get trashed on because they don't like that, because they're part of the corporation, the big corporation, and that's basically what we're talking about. Is it true that the person he reported him is not going to get paid the $60,000? Kato, I'm glad you brought up that question because I don't know where to start with this case. And it is true. It is true that person that reported him may not be paid that $60,000 because when you act on those types of programs, you got to do it a certain way. Now, one of the stipulations is that not only must the subject be arrested, but also convicted. And what it's looking like right now is that they're going for the full effing Magilla. So that person may or may not get paid that $60,000. But I know that over I don't know, the last 2 days, last 48 hours, it's been big on social media. And I've noticed that if the people get loud and rowdy and obnoxious enough, sometimes the powers that be go ahead and give them the bread. I mean, so ultimately, it's up to us whether that person gets $60,000 or not. It's if we keep talking about it and it gets to the powers that be and they go ahead and give it to them. But usually in cases like that, the person does indeed not get the dough. That's just usually how it works out. So I think that's a great question. Great question. But yeah, guys, I want to hear what you gotta say about this because I will go conspiracy theory, and that's not a good look for 3 times. Conspiracy theory is not a good look for me. It just is not. It just isn't. So, right, pound. He escaped into Central Park. They said that he went to the bus station, and from the bus station, he disappeared, where he popped up days later in Altoona. Now, they said he wrote a manifesto. Let's check that out. Because in the original show, when I first reported it, we were trying to figure out why or who or how or who could have done something like this. And one of the things was, all right, we were thinking that it could be someone that was a disgruntled customer. All right, so after he disappears into, let me get you back up to date. After he disappears into Central Park, what we find out is that the police go on scene, they canvass the scene and everything like that. You're trying to figure out who is what and what is where he went. And they find the bullet casings. And then the bullet casings have deny, delay, depose on them. I did a show. Remember I did the show? Deny, depose that day. And he had written a bullet because originally we were talking about how could it be done? He's having issues in his family with his wife. They are going through a divorce. Could have been the wife hired somebody. He's also caught up in some stuff business-wise where he's basically did some insider trading, defrauding shareholders of the United Healthcare Company, costing them hundreds of millions of dollars, over $100 million. Him and I believe 2 other guys were on the hook for that. He called one a 911 instead of a report line. That's another thing too, like that. That's just one of those things that they know. Like, hey, you see something, say something. We're gonna put this out there so you're aware, because maybe you got a $60,000 lottery ticket walking around there. They should give that people their money. I don't know how important it is to you guys, honestly. In this one, I'm kind of, and we'll talk about how our society is talking about this case, because a lot of people in the news are saying that, hey, it is what it is. There's a lot of jokes going around, and this is stuff that I've reported before. But you know what? I did. That's why I went to Facebook. I'm going to jump around a little bit on here. We're just going to have a discussion. If you want to call in and talk about it, I will let you go. I appreciate everybody who calls in. But let me find my I don't want to put them on there. I'm not going to put them on the screen or anything. But one of the guys I follow on Facebook posted that Luigi is not a hero for the same exact reason that Kyle Rittenhouse is not a hero. They both murdered someone in cold blood. That being said, I get it. Mainstream media is being flabbergasted as why there isn't outrage over, somebody being shot in Midtown Manhattan. But he's saying that the mainstream media is out of touch with regular people, and it's pathetic. And somebody did respond. Hold on, there's a response. They aren't out of touch. It's a script. The people reading the teleprompters are regular people too, with families where not every member is rolling in money, and they are just doing what they're paid to do and paid to say. And I get that. I get that. We're not going to get a huge mainstream media is going to, for more or less, toe the line. I think conservative media does whatever the hell conservative media wants to do within a point, and then they even chop down and come down on them, because conservative media, especially Fox News, got the Puff Daddy treatment, the Weinstein treatment. They got Me Too'd. They got Me Too'd over there at Fox News, including Rupert Murdoch. So, meanwhile, I think they got, who did they get? Matt Lauer. That was years ago. And then they got Buddy. What's his name from CNN? But he's no longer CNN. Whatever. Anyway, I disagree with the Luigi's not a hero for the same exact reasons that Kyle Rittenhouse is not a hero. Because that's like comparing bananas and baking soda. I don't know. Maybe you could make banana bread out of there. I don't know. Love made a banana bread with chocolate chips in it the other day. And I was crushing it. It was so good. Shout outs to you. When you can make a banana bread that's so good that I can say something in the middle of my effing show and it just takes me back to that banana bread, I need you to do that again, because that banana bread is good. But I wouldn't compare Kyle Rittenhouse and Luigi at all. Like one of the earliest shows that I've ever done on Talking Shit, Getting Clicks, the network. One of the earliest shows, I was talking about Kyle Rittenhouse because a lot of people were going off saying, oh, he just killed these people, he murdered these people. And my whole thing was like, I watched the actual shooting. Like they spliced together cell phone footage, CCTV footage, so you could actually walk down the timeline. Probably like what they did with Luigi to figure out where he went to and where he was going in New York. But they are able to, like, people from people's phones, from cameras, from Ring doorbells or whatever, and they gave us basically a step-by-step of what Kyle Rittenhouse was going through that night. And while he shouldn't have been out there, while I believe that Wisconsin law dictates that he wasn't in a situation where he was hunting and he shouldn't have had that access to a firearm at his age. Other than that, when he shot, the shooting was good. His command of the weapon, respectable. His ability not to, with a high power rifle like that, to actually hit his target and not clear out everybody that was crowded in those. I believe the Black Lives Matter, it was one of the protests under Black Lives Matter that took on, and after night it would get a little rowdy. There would be some little fires started. There would be some windows getting busted, and he was out there to protect. It wasn't even his community. I guess where his dad lived. I don't know. A community. I guess he spent like a weekend at out the month, like a week and a month out. Anyway, I say all this to say that, like, Kyle Rittenhouse was never a hero. He shouldn't have been out there. But when the ish hit that fan, I don't think it was a bad shooting. He was being threatened. There was people out there instigating things. But also in that show was one of the first good shows because, I will put the conspiracy hat on. There is a person that actually fires a gun, and he is walking, and he's never found. You know what I mean? So if I just explain to you that they could piece together, Kyle Rittenhouse and even the victims of what they were doing that night, why can they not find the mystery man that actually shot the gun that started all the shooting that happened? That was one of my things. I'm so glad we're revisiting this. But yeah, that's why I didn't. Meanwhile, Luigi kind of did a Fight Club thing. He did a Project Mayhem. He took it to corporate. He took it to people that were effing over people. And then when you look at it, somebody denying claims that could potentially save lives, that's kind of murder in itself. So I think we look at it like those aren't comparable. But also it brings a question of, it was. Kind of said, right? It was. Look at that little smug look on her face. No, that's not because she's pleased with herself, as she should be, because that was some banging ass. It was like, you know how they make patty pies and dudes was on TikTok screaming, "Ooh, patty pies," and made herself like, I wish I could say banana bread. Banana bread. You know what I mean? And I was like, it is still a little warm, those chocolate chips. Yeah, that was so good. It reminded me I was eating like a version of Chunky Monkey ice cream, but in banana bread form without the nuts. Without like walnuts or anything in it. It was delightful. I hope she makes another one. Let's gas her up, Kato. Love, we want a loaf. Love loves loafs. Oh, we got, listen, we're building empires over here. Fuck with me, I got you. Give me a clap. Give Kato a clap. Give Love a clap for the banana bread and let the children sing. Right? That's what we're gonna do. I don't know how we got to banana bread anyway. But that's what he said. I wouldn't compare it. But that does bring the thing that, obviously the media, this is what I'm here for. To look past the headlines and tell you exactly what those people in those newsrooms really want to tell you. There may be some effery going on with this case right here. There's too many damn faces. People are doing they're doing research talking about some of the eyebrows don't match on this picture. On the left picture to the right and the left, it's crazy. They're saying that the man had x-rays of his back up on his social media, that he was a prolific reader of books. He liked the books. The nonfiction types, the memoirs. He read the Ted Kaczynski book. There were things in that book that he agreed with and that he pointed out. And I get it, because when I can read a book, Oh, I can read. That's what I'm sounding like when it is. I can read a book. No, but when I read, a lot of times I like to read from authors that I don't necessarily agree with, from a title that I don't necessarily agree with. But, I mean, dealing with people, you're bound to find something that you agree with. And there are some things that I'm like, damn, I don't like this guy. He's a jerk. I don't like where he's going. But honestly, on this specific subject, he's dropping jewels. And then in the Kindle, I'll highlight it. And next thing you know, I step on somebody's foot in the Academy. The feds come after me, look through my Kindle subscription, and all along I'm an effing fascist or something like that. That's how that shit works. That's how it works. I know that I'm exaggerating, but I'm really not exaggerating. I do not understand. In the reports, when they caught this man at McDonald's, the witness said that he saw him because he had a mask on, which isn't the same mask that he had on in any of the other pictures, but he had a mask on, but he had the same backpack. And we know that backpack was left in Central Park. That's what we were told. The bag was left in Central Park with a stack of Monopoly cash in it, and that was it. This man was found with I guess his backpack that they saw on the, the nondescript backpack. He picked him out by his nondescript backpack. Obviously, he's wearing a totally different. That looks like a bubble jacket. You know what I mean? That's a quilted little bubble jacket. That doesn't look like any of the avant-garde type of high fashion hoodies that he was wearing during the alleged murder. Right? He doesn't look like anybody that would be seen in the pictures. So when the guy says that, and then for the police to find that this man had a ghost gun on him, which, Ramid, you are totally right. This ghost gun, it wasn't because serials were defaced. They weren't just misinterpreting, they'd be messing up the slang and everything. This was an actual ghost gun that is said to, you can get them online and offline, and they're shipped in pieces, and you put it together, and they range from prices from $200 to $500. If you need to know how to get one, hit me up. I got you. Talking Shit Game Clicks, TS. Never mind. I'm not going to get into any of that because that would involve the ATF. I worked there before. They don't take that shit lightly. Don't do it. Get legal weapons. But I'm going to say that they said he got a ghost gun. However, they still don't know if it was shipped to him or if he simply 3D printed it himself. I have not found out his home address or anything like that. His parents, his family was notified. They all gave the thoughts and prayers to the family that they didn't know anything that was going on other than what was going on in the news, and that they were shocked to see that their kid is a subject of alleged murder. Another thing is, I didn't hear a question of, hey, did you guys not realize that this was your son? Could you not? From all the pictures, when they're showing him at the hostel with his teeth out. Hold on, let me bring it up. I hate when I do these type of shows because I'm gonna get done and I'm gonna hit end on here and I'm gonna be like, damn it, man, I should have said this, or I forgot to say that, or that happens. That is the curse. That is the curse of doing these shows. Kick myself. The one with his teeth out, he's showing his teeth right there. Different jacket, different coat from, yeah. So, boom, it's away, and then we figure out that he's Luigi Mangione. And then we find out that he went to a private boys' school in Maryland. I think it was called Gilman. I researched Gilman, and Gilman, their notable alumni are either in sports as broadcasters or athletes. They have a lot of businessmen and a couple of politicians. But he was valedictorian of that school. Not only that, at 26 years old, he had already graduated from University of Penn, and he was an established engineer. They said that, I guess, in his adventures, he hurt his back, and he was having problems with his back. The whole thing is he's from an affluent family. He shouldn't have any issues when it comes to getting surgery or anything like that, whether he had insurance or not. His family made more than the CEO that he allegedly murdered. You know? So that's weird. It's also weird that when the police picked him up in Altoona, that they found him with all this evidence. I just told you, this guy was a valedictorian. He's never watched an episode of CSI or anything like that, or Cops, or the First 48. He's never ever watched one of these things. He didn't have a roommate that was happening to be a lawyer or anything in school. He ain't no lawyer friends in school. It's just weird to me that somebody who obviously would know that he is on the lam because his picture is everywhere would have walking around with a ghost gun and a manifesto, as well as they said they recovered a large sum of cash. Yo, that's weird. That's just weird to me. That is just weird to me. Let's see if I can find that video. Here we go. And guess who had the video, guys? You know who had the video that was easy to find and just a clip of him actually talking and not a newscaster talking over him? I know some of you guys are like, get rid of it, but it was actually TikTok. I don't really watch TikTok like that. I don't have a dog in its fight. However, I will tell you that they get more information for the people than the other guys. Just saying. Let's check this out. That's crazy. That's insane. And then his lawyer was like, "Shut up, like shut your mouth, bro. Trying to get you out of here." A lot of people are commenting that they wouldn't have recognized him at that McDonald's with his mask up. It's not unusual to see people wearing masks still after COVID. So these are like just the little sketchy things that people are putting out on social media. And this is just one of those cases that I think I'm going to be stuck to and ultimately disappointed in, because it's already so sensational that if the powers that be say this is the truth and it's actually the truth, we can't trust it. It's just so weird. It's so weird. That's why I'm basically venting now. I'm basically venting. I am. That's why I'd rather have you guys call in and help me out. 313-825-5557. I am thoroughly entertained by this. No, I am not one of the ones that are saddened by this man, by this man's demise. I am not saddened by that CEO's demise. From what I only feeling this way, or this, my opinion has been shaped by what the news has told me of him. To be honest, to be totally transparent with you, just so you know that I'm not like jaded, like I don't, like I understand that I've been given this information, but the information that I've been given about Brian Thompson, rest in peace still. I don't, we have these superstitions about talking ill of the dead and everything like that, but I'm neither happy nor upset at his demise. It's kind of indifference. And I don't want to be indifferent in a situation like this, because the opposite of love, and I would love to express my love in the form of consideration for others, but the opposite of love isn't necessarily hate. I've come to learn. I believe that the opposite of love is indifference. It's that I don't care anymore. And yeah, I am afraid that I am at that spot of indifference where it is alleged killer is a for lack of better words, he was light skinned, but he's a white, affluent male, well educated, looks like well traveled, who took down another wealthy CEO that took advantage of people, that took advantage of his friends, that took advantage of his investors, and from his, I don't, go into people's private lives, but he was going through a divorce too. He probably took advantage of his family in certain ways. So, honestly, I would like to fight for good things. And as I've grown older, my idealism of, good and bad has not waned. Like I am not one of those, oh, this is life. This is reality. Reality is your present circumstances. That is reality, is your present circumstances. And we are all in control of changing our present circumstances. So, totally, as I've grown up, it's not that it is what it is true to me, but it's disheartening because I realize that a lot of people have subscribed to the notion of it is what it is. They've actually believed in it. And the whole entire strength of people is their beliefs. That's what gives our society here in America, I'm not going to speak about anybody else, probably the world though, but in America, it's what people believe in. Our stock market is based on perception. What people believe in, that's probably worldwide, right? Who we decide to vote for is what we believe in. Even if you voted for the other guy, we're all in this together. We're all responsible. I take a breath because I don't even believe that, what I said, but it's debatable. It's debatable. But this is where we are as human beings now, where 2 hours after someone is laying cold on the ground, we know all about him. We know all about his dirty deeds before. I'm pretty sure he's a CEO. I'm pretty sure he's gone and he's given money to people and actually helped people and has been charitable. And I'm pretty sure he might have been a great father and at one time a good husband or a great husband and things went left. He's a human being and we all make mistakes and we all deserve grace. So with me saying that and working towards it, I would have to say this vigilantism is ultimately wrong. It's wrong. Because if Luigi did this, allegedly, or whoever did this to this man, he was supposed to have the opportunity to make right, for his family, for his business, and for the people that he, built out of life. But at the same time, we've heard the eye for eyes and teeth for teeths. And this guy snatched his whole grill. And I get dragged back to it is what it is. If you live by the sword, you are going to die by the sword. Ultimately, I've recognized that this whole scenario is unfortunate, but out of all of this unfortunateness, maybe something good can happen of it. Maybe we can stop talking about a conspiracy of who's who and who's not, or is this guy being set up? Because honestly, this is what's happening to this man. Whether this is just a ploy by the government, this is going to happen to him. But this is the situation he finds himself in. Another person is dead, and their family is missing them. But it's also a time that we can actually talk about why the people are on there. It is what it is. And why they're not upset about a multi-millionaire CEO being snuffed out in the middle of Manhattan by another wealthy individual. And it's because the healthcare system has screwed us the F over. We heard about the reports of the other healthcare companies trying to cut off anesthesia and the anesthesiologist works. Anesthesia, yeah. Imagine you're in the middle of back surgery and that drip goes away and you're still opened up on the table. Imagine the pain you're going to feel about that. Imagine the audacity to come out with some type of policy like that. I'm not too naive to understand the importance of war. That violence can sometimes have positive outcomes. But for the life of me, I am always going to try to maintain and strive to do things diplomatically, to find out a smart solution than a violent solution for an issue. I think we should all strive for that. But then what can I say? Because, hell, I mean, we can't get rid of guns. He's got a gun, I got a gun. We got to protect ourselves. Protect yourself at all times is the motto, right? I don't know. Something to think on. Something to think on. But yeah, let me know in the chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did it another week. Another week. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe. Also hit the alerts because, you know, I do be popping up. I be talking that talk and I still do it. But tonight we talked about, Mark Gastineau, Brett Favre. We talked about the anatomy of the NFL Football League, and we discussed, and you guys let me wax politically about Luigi Mangione. I appreciate it. Thanks, Love for making the banana bread. Thanks, Kato, for telling her to make more. Thanks, Mainline, for calling in. Thanks, Ramid, for being in the chat. Thanks for... I have to also say thanks, Tormenta, because you gave us the beautiful sound effects.
Failure.
Flashback for being in the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And for all of those guys who didn't get to catch the live and are watching it, now I appreciate you for being here. I like to see those numbers go up. I go to sleep and it'll be like 30 people don't watch, and I wake up and it's like 55, and I'm like, oh my God, amazing. Amazing, but I don't want to just see that you watch. Do me a favor, hit like, share, subscribe if you're not already, and leave me a comment. Let me know if I could do something better. Give me a subject that you might want me to explore, or we can discuss, or anything to make the show better. That's all I'm trying to do, because there is no we. That's right, without you. Once again, I am Mo 3 times. It's Wednesday night. It's We Live, and I'm out. Peace.
I can't control it, okay? It's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean, it makes me very sad.
Ain't nothing.